G'day viewers, this is Troy from the Troy's Visual Arts channel. I've fixed the white noise issue, and the fix was incredibly simple. It was just simply cutting the audio input stages to about here. So I pretty much just cut it at the capacitor there, so I'm not getting input noise coming in, and that did the trick. So I'm now getting nice, clean, direct injected audio from the DVD player. And as you can hear, the sound is absolutely fantastic. So here's the Fallout-free gameplay recorded footage in playback, and the sound is sounds really nice. But something does smell a bit burning, and I don't know if it's the barbecue outside or it's the TV. No, it's got to be the barbecue. Just me being paranoid. Because yeah, whenever I smell something burning and I'm working on a project, I automatically assume there's got to be a roasting component. That's not the case. Alrighty. As you can hear, the sound is sounding very wonderful as I'm repeating myself for the umpteenth time.
That thing would have killed us all without your help. Thanks. Listen, you may as well take this map. That's where we were headed, but that death claw cured me of my itch for Wasteland adventure. I'm not looking for trouble or conversation either.
I don't know you, you don't know me. Let's keep it that way.
Alright viewers, so that's the audio down pat. So yeah, one step closer to restoration completion of this nice 50s HMV set. Alright, all it's left to do now is to get the picture geometry right and the focusing as well. As you've seen in the previous videos on the test pattern, the focusing is good on one side but bad on the other, and the horizontal, and there is a bit of horizontal and vertical geometrical distortion. Alrighty, well, yeah, as John said on those issues, it's a case of swapping over some resistor values and a few other things which I've kind of forgotten what he said. I'll have a look at his notes, just if I can find them. Everything's all sprawled all over the place, which is typical of me. Can't ever seem to keep the area consistently organised. Oh. The notes are somewhere. Bear with me. Alrighty, so yeah, these are the last couple of emails that I've had from him. So yeah, for the focusing problem in the top left corner, this is reading from his notes, this might improve with the picture centering. However, there's definitely a problem with the EHT regulation caused by, yeah, I've actually fixed that issue. I've replaced those valves, and that fixed the picture expansion and contraction issue. At least I think it has. Yeah, I'm half certain that's fixed the issue. Problem is, I just got to remember. Yep, that's actually. Well, the picture does expand a bit and contract with adjusting the brightness. So but from memory it's not anywhere near as severe as it previously was. But anyway, if it still needs, if the expansion contraction issue still needs fixing, then yeah, I'll have to yeah, talk to John and find out what else I can do. But anyway, next, so further to the focus issue, the circuit shows, yeah, CRT of an ion trap. Yeah, I checked over the CRT. I think it's one of the modern type that doesn't use an ion trap. I'm not 100% certain. I'll have to get back in touch with John on that one. I've noted down the cathode tube number. Yeah, the cathode tube number is 21CBP4A, made by a brand named Thomas. But anyway, I don't know if it does or doesn't have an ion trap. So I'm no expert on knowing my cathode tubes. But anyway, reading over his notes, the chances are it was later replaced with a straight gun CRT with no ion trap. Wait a minute, he said examples 21CBP4. I think that's what I read, that 21CBP4A. So yep, it is the type that doesn't use an ion trap. Well, anyway, yes, anyway, reading on, I mentioned this because incorrectly set ion traps can also cause defocusing. If the cathode tube uses an ion trap, setting is important because it can damage the CRT if set incorrectly. Aside from that, you can try adjusting the cathode tube focus voltage. As it happens, F5 does have such a control. RV14. That's an adjustment resistor. Cheaper sets often just had a focusing pin on the cathode tube connected to a fixed voltage. But wait till you got the yoke and centering adjusted first. Usually, now on the horizontal linearity issue, usually the horizontal linearity control is adjusted first for minimum cathode. Sounds a bit too loud. Might as well switch the set off now. Usually the horizontal linearity control is adjusted for minimum cathode current for the 6CM5 valve. There's a test point provided across 1 ohm cathode for resistor 137. Connect the meter or cathode oscilloscope across this resistor and adjust for minimum voltage. Then readjust the linear if the linearity is not as it should be. It is possible that the CAL3 could be affecting the linearity. I'm pretty sure I've replaced that. So if that won't adjust correctly, try this and the 6CM5 valve. Further thing to try is the 6B L8 horizontal oscillator. Since it's not providing enough drive, it could also create these symptoms. Check for 180 volt peak-to-peak waveform at the 6CM5 grid as shown in the circuit diagram. So those are some things I've got to try out to see if I can get the linearity and focusing to what it should be. In another email, he suggested I for the vertical linearity, try swapping the 6BM8 valves, and which I've demonstrated in the previous videos. Swapping them over, the problem was a lot more worse with vertical height. It was just too stretched. Even the new valves, even the valves I the new old stock valves I bought off eBay, I think they're probably used, they pretty much gave the same symptoms, so I just revert back to the original 6 BM8 valve, and yeah, so and then it went back to normal as expected. Anyway, he said the top stretching could be because the 6B M8 valve is a bit weak and he's being overdriven. Anyway, as known as seen in the previous videos, the other valves are even weaker. Alright, next, otherwise it's a case of experimenting with component values. Try doubling and halving resistor 106 to 39k, try doubling resistor 107 and see if that gives more adjustment. So that's another thing I'm going to try. The top scan, this is the top bar being a bit squashed or stretched, one of the two, I can't remember. The top scan can be influenced by the capacitor 88, resistor 110 and 111. You can try increasing the capacitor 88 to 1 microfarad and see if that brings down the top pentode, 2.2k at pin 7, so you can also try bridging this out. It might seem a lot of things to try, but it's a lot less than it took to design the circuit. Anyway, those are some things I'm going to try out. He also said, be aware that since the horizontal linearity controller is variable inductor, nothing may be seen unless it is adjusted over many turns. But as I said previously, adjust for the 6cm5 current first. If you get no change in current, say over 10 turns, the coil could be shorted, or capacitor 106, 107 is shorted. Alright, anyway, thought I'd read over what John Hunter of Cool 386 said about remedying the linearity issues and the focusing issues. So yep, I'm going to give those ideas a try and see if I can get better focus and better linearity. So that'll be the next things to do. Stay tuned for my next update on my restoration progress. This is Troy from Troy's Digital Arts channel, signing out.